off the day strong with some tears today, guys. Okay, I was trying to think about what I wanted to do today in the vlog, and like, I remembered seeing some old performance footage of me like from like high school and college on an old SD card. And so I wanted to find it and show you guys some of that footage because it's embarrassing and funny. And so I'm going through a bunch of old SD cards and I came across one of the day that the twins were born, which obviously we've all seen. Literally just the image, like I haven't even watched this clip, just the image of Maisie is making me cry. I cannot handle it. The reason I'm talking about it, filming it, because I want to know if there's other moms of Nikki babies that years later you still feel like traumatized by it. Like I still feel like I can't look at pictures or videos from that time frame because it's just so like painful to remember that time. That time was so hard, like to grow my babies for so long in my body, and it was such a hard, painful pregnancy to then like immediately they're taken from my body. I don't even get to see them, and then when I do see them, they're like, look like this. I'm gonna show you. Like that's Maisie. That is Maisie. It's so sad. And I know I should just be like so grateful and happy that like she is who she is now and that she's so healthy and okay now. And I am so grateful that like we got through that time and she came home and everything's okay now. But that is not how I expected this to go. I thought I was gonna like go and look at all these SD cards because they're not labeled because I'm a mess and find some old funny footage. And instead I'm like weeping at the first SD card I put in there. Here, I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna see this clip. Hi baby, it's Mama. Hi sweet little guy. I wish I could hold him. So hard. He's so tiny. Am I allowed to touch her?
Yeah, definitely.
I hated this whole experience so much. Oh, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that I live at a time where like emergency birthing experiences happen and you can make sure that your kids survive them and that you survive them. So grateful to the incredible nurses in the hospital for keeping my kids alive, but like what an unnatural experience to like have to ask permission to touch your own baby, to hold your baby, to do anything with your baby. It was such a wildly different experience to what I had with Flynn. The fact that my first experience meeting Maisie is like her hooked up to all this stuff and then me saying like, can I touch her? Like it's so sad to me. Sorry, I know I'm being so dramatic and ridiculous. Hi, sweet Papa. It's Mommy. I'll hold you soon, I promise. As soon as they let me, I'll give you cuddles. You just gotta breathe by yourself first, okay? Why am I doing this to myself? Stop it! Literally, what's wrong with me? Ooh, my goodness. Anyway, what a fun way to start the day. However, watching this stuff, even though it makes me sob and like my heart breaks, it does make me feel like so grateful and like not want to waste a second. I just want to go hug my kids right now. I also have like cute footage of Wesley from that day, who was also hooked up to a lot of machines, but I was allowed to hold Wesley. Maisie, I think I had to wait a full 24 hours or something like that before I could hold her. But even with Wesley, like what I posted online, like in the vlogs, I'm sure, I don't even remember now, but I'm sure that what I posted in the vlogs and what I posted on social media was like a cute picture of me holding him. What you didn't see was like, it wasn't this like perfect, sweet little moment. I mean, it was so beautiful and amazing, like getting to hold my babies the first time, but it wasn't this like graceful, natural, calm thing. Maybe I posted this somewhere, but I don't think I did. I'll show you like what it was like, how difficult the process was just to hold my baby. There's just doctors and nurses everywhere, just like hands everywhere, like it was cords everywhere. It was like so complicated and I felt like I wasn't doing it right. Like they were like moving my hands around and I couldn't even hold him the way I wanted to. It's such a bizarre experience. But again, so grateful for it. I'm so grateful. But just, wow, what a wild journey it has been. After all that, I cannot remember where I put the footage. I feel like it's probably on an old computer and not on an SD card. So I'll have to go through old computers tonight if I want to try to find that footage of auditions and whatnot. But let's check on the agave plant. I posted an update on my Instagram already this week, but let's see how it's doing today. She's growing, she's blooming. It really sucks. I feel like there's no way for me to show you guys and give you a good example of how tall this thing actually is, because when I set my camera up over there and shoot my Instagram things, I feel like it doesn't look as tall as it actually is, and the security cam footage that I post of the time-lapse is from above, and so you really can't tell how tall it is. And I just don't know how to show you the scope of this thing. It is so tall. Okay, I'm trying to get a good angle of it for you. All right, so for reference, I'm standing right next to the agave plant. You can't really see it well from this angle angle because there's so many huge agave plants out here. They all kind of block the main one that's blooming right now. But this is the century plant and how tall it is. Maybe you can see better now. I actually don't even know if you can see me from this angle because I can barely see the camera from how far away you are. But I am 5'7". The ground I'm on is kind of slanted, so I'm probably 3 inches or 4 inches higher than where the plant sits right now too. So I don't know how tall this thing actually is, but it's very tall. Definitely taller than the second story of my house. But there you go, that's the century plant update for today. Let's go check on my chickens. I'm gonna let my chickens run around outside, and I'm gonna make a bouquet while they're roaming around. Oh my God, why are there so many bees? Guys, the mulberry tree is looking pretty mulberry-ish. Let's see if we can find, they don't look ripe. Wait, do I see some ripe ones? What's that?
A mulberry.
Is it ripe? Is it ripe? You wanna try one?
I want to try both of them.
Okay, try it. Tell me if it tastes good. Is it good?
I'm gonna try the black one too. Look, look, they're growing.
So exciting.
Mom, there's blackberries.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're mulberries.
There are mulberries.
Is it good?
And one, when we sleep, there are growing. I see one. Is it yummy?
Oh, those are good. Oh my gosh, how exciting, you guys. We have mulberries.
I'm gonna eat this one.
Okay, is it good?
I'm gonna eat this one.
How exciting. I had never had mulberries until I moved into this house. You're so cute, Wes. We should make a crumble with these, a mulberry crumble. I bet that'd be yummy. The twins are currently inside of the mulberry bush because it's hollow underneath here. Look. So they're inside of there and they're picking mulberries from the inside and I'm picking from the outside. Wait a minute. What is Midnight's doing in here?
I don't know what she's doing there. I get back here like
Well, that's exciting. Maybe I'll make like a mulberry crumble or a mulberry pastry of some sort. In a few weeks, that thing is gonna be just packed with like thousands of mulberries, and that's really when I should be making things with them. We might only get like a handful or two of mulberries today, but that's enough to make like a pastry of sorts. I don't know, I could also make mulberry jam. Oh, so exciting. I tried to get some cute footage of me making this bouquet, but it's just kind of sad watching me cut all these flowers down, and then I tried to do it with the apple and realized that was a really stupid idea because then I had to try to find the apple on the ground. So then I put the clippers down and just did it the old-fashioned way and used my hands to pluck the rest of my fruit. Let's go inside and see what we got. Let's see what we harvested today. We have this bouquet that I made, cute little bouquet. We got some lemons, got a couple apples. Our apples are not good. They make really good applesauce, but just eating them as apples, they're not good to me. Our apricots and peaches are not ready yet. The avocados aren't ready yet. And then we picked a bunch of mulberries, so I might try to make some sort of mulberry crumble or something with those. And we also got some eggs. So I did decide to try to make a mulberry crumble crisp thing. So this is all the mulberries we got, which is not enough to make anything with, even in this tiny little dish. So I got some blueberries and added those to the mix. Then I added a little bit of sugar. I kind of eyeballed this recipe. I used to make berry crisp all the time, so I just tried to remember what I used to do. But I added some oats, some cinnamon and nutmeg, some flour, some brown sugar, and some cold cubed butter, and I mushed that all together until it was crumbly, and I put it on the top. Now, please ignore my creepy Dexter glove here. I just didn't want to get my hands all dirty when I was mixing this stuff, but then I ended up getting my hands dirty anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. But yeah, this is the crumble and it turned out really good. I'm so happy. Hello, it's the next day. I'm making the kids' beds. I'm doing a bunch of laundry because I feel like it's all I ever do with my life is laundry. I make the kids bumpers for their beds because sometimes they like to roll out of their beds. Honestly, it's not the big of a deal because their beds are like 1 inch high, but I make them little bumpers. They don't fall out with just some other thick blankets. Just rolled up like a burrito, baby. I have therapy in a little bit, which I'm excited about. I have to finish doing laundry, which I'm not excited about. I have a bunch of editing to do. I have some crafting to do. Well, I don't have to do the crafting. I just want to do the crafting. Oh, and I forgot to tell you about the mulberry crumble. It was so good. I have a very unique relationship with mulberries, and I know that's a strange thing to say, but it's true. And maybe I'll tell you guys about it another time, but I've made a mulberry pie before, and it was not good. But the mulberry crisps, ooh, it was delicious. Wish I could give you guys the recipe, but I pretty much was just throwing stuff in a bowl and hoping it worked out. You guys want to see something scary? Jump scare. This isn't supposed to be in their room, but it is, and oh well. Okay, it's time to go do 100 other things. I'm working on this hoop net thing. Not a hoop net, I guess it's a cast net, a casting net. One wonderful and also challenging thing about being a mom that loves to craft is that my kids think I can make anything, and unfortunately, I'm delusional enough to believe the same thing. So Flynn wanted me to make him a cast net, which is a type of net that fishermen like throw into the ocean like this, and then they pull it up and catch stuff. Now, I didn't know how those worked. I've seen videos of people doing this in the past, but I didn't understand the concept of it, so I had to look up what a cast net actually was. And he doesn't want this for actual fishing, by the way. He likes to fish in the bathtub. How this conversation started was because I made him a fishing rod a couple nights ago out of chopsticks and duct tape, some string, and there's magnets. Don't worry, the magnets are wrapped up in a bunch of plastic and taped and hot glued. It cannot come off no matter how hard you try. And then he put this little donut on as like a buoy. He said it needed it. They have a bunch of little fish toys that have magnets on them. So we put those in the bath, and all the kids have a fishing rod and they go fishing while they take a bath. Well, this started a whole thing where then they wanted other things, and so he wanted this cast net, and I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up last night, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it. I took one of my African net sponges that I used to clean myself in the shower. This one is clean. It was fresh out the package. And I cut it sort of in like an oval shape. It's supposed to be a circle shape, but it is what it is. And then I just kind of threaded yarn around the edges. I guess the concept is you cast it out, like you throw it out, and it lands flat like this on the water, the ocean, the lake, wherever you're fishing. And then there's all these weights around the edges, which is just pebbles from my backyard wrapped in tape. And I attached string to all of these, cut a hole in the middle of the top of this hoop net thing. And then I'm threading all of the rock weight strings that I attached to the edges of the circle, and they all come through. So the concept, I think, throw it out in the ocean, and then it lands at the bottom of the ocean. The weights pull it all down. And then once it hits the bottom, then you pull it up. Oh, it didn't work. Darn. I've got some work to do on it. But the idea is that it's like now created a loop. And so then you're supposed to like let it go like that, and then it releases all of the things that were caught in it. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. But anyway, I'm just trying to finish this right now because we're gonna do bath time tonight and I wanted to surprise him with it. But I'm having a harder time doing it than I thought. I'm struggling here, guys. I'm struggling. I'm trying to make a cast net for my son. It's just not going how I thought it would, okay? Okay. Hello. I am making myself some dinner now that the kids are all asleep, and I started editing and I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I think I'm gonna make some food. I need to see if Eric wants some too. I have a hard time eating dinner at the same time as the kids. I'm never really hungry that early. And I also just feel like I can't get calm enough when the kids are all awake to sit down and like eat food. So I always eat late. But I was just editing this vlog and I'm realizing something. In this vlog, sorry, that was very aggressive. In this vlog, I talk about my birthing experience and birthing my children, and I harvest fresh fruit out in my garden. I collect eggs from my chickens. I made a bouquet of flowers from my garden. I did the laundry. I cleaned the house. I handmade a toy for my child to play with in the bathtub because I love a craft. I put my children to bed, and now I'm back in the kitchen where I belong. Am I becoming a trad wife, guys? I'm like the Temu version of a trad wife. But yeah, I used to be a businesswoman, a CEO, touring comedian, a Broadway performer, and now I'm a trad wife. Yeah, right. But I was kind of laughing as I was editing. I was like, oh my God, what am I becoming? Not that there's anything wrong with becoming a traditional stay-at-home mom wife. That is amazing. And honestly, the hardest job in the world is a stay-at-home mom. So like, this is not me knocking it. It's actually me laughing at the fact that like, I could never be that because it's too hard for me. And I've also just seen a lot of like talk online about trad wives recently, and I don't really know why or what like the gossip is about all of that because I don't care. But I just feel like I see people talking about trad wives a lot. But I do think I'm gonna end this vlog here. I did find some old footage of me performing, and I do want to show it to you guys because it's really embarrassing, but maybe I'll save that for the next vlog. Also, I fixed that hoop net, or not hoop net, the cast net thing, and Flynn loved it, loved it. He was talking about it as he was going to sleep, talking about he can't wait to play with it right when he wakes up in the morning again. We couldn't get him out of the bath because he was having so much fun with it. Like, he loves it, so I'm really proud of that. And I think those are all the things that I wanted to say, but if I forgot something, maybe I'll remember to tell you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow.